Why are independent real estate brokerages moving their whole brokerage over to eXp Realty? Well, in this video, I'm going to break down what 5 of the biggest reasons are when you see this. That way you better understand it. And if you're an independent broker out there yourself, plug in, dial in, because I think you'll find this very interesting to note, if nothing else, and it just might end up making all the difference for you at some point down the road. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name's Tyler Roicki. I help people build income and wealth in real estate, and I run an international real estate team at eXp Realty. If you get any value whatsoever out of this video, all I'd ask is that you like, comment, and hit that subscribe button so that I can continue to share more tips and resources with you in the time ahead. And with that being said, let's dive into the video. So there's a variety of reasons why an independent broker might make the decision to come over to eXp Realty, but it's likely that it will be in all or part for each and every single one of these reasons. Now, the first of those 5 reasons is the overhead. eXp Realty allows an independent broker to eliminate most, if not all, of their overhead. So they get to take a lot off of their plate, which includes compliance, onboarding, new agent training, support, tools, lead generation, etc. And the reason that happens is because once someone's a part of eXp, they can take the broker support and operations entirely off their plate and leverage the existing broker support and operations that eXp has in place. They can also take the agent support and services completely off their plate. Again, they're leveraging what the brokerage already has in place to do that, all through the eXp support staff, which is very extensive at this point. The company's closing in on 90,000 agents. There's around 1,500 support staff members throughout eXp that are supporting all those agents with a variety of different things. So when someone new comes on board, that staff is already in place. So that allows the broker to eliminate most, if not all, their overhead, because no longer does the broker have to take care of any of those things themselves and or have to have people in place on the ground with them to take care of those things. So they can eliminate a lot of that fixed monthly cost. They can also eliminate their offices if they want to, which some will decide to keep that in place. In fact, to be clear, you 100% can have a local office here with eXp. It's going to be set up as a branch office. There's a way to get that done if you already have your bricks and mortar set up and you want to keep that in place as a hub for your agents or what have you, but you don't have to as far as the company is concerned. So you can do that if you want, but otherwise you don't have to. That could be an expense that is eliminated as well, and some will opt to do that. And so bottom line is overhead is drastically cut. Takes a lot of things off the broker's plate that they otherwise would have to do, and there's a massive cost savings that comes with that, being able to operate on eXp's platform. Now, the second reason why independent brokers are making the move to eXp Realty is they instantly get to reduce, if not completely eliminate, their risk and liability. I mean, to be clear, it's getting transferred to eXp. So no longer is that broker responsible for each and every single transaction and activity that each of their agents are doing. Instead, eXp takes on that risk when you're operating within the eXp platform. And so that's a big difference maker for many, because most independent brokers out there, they're 1 or 2 lawsuits away from potentially going under based on not just what they personally do, but more so the actions of their agents. Because I mean, you're a broker, you're probably doing what you need to do, but what if one of your agents goes out there and does something and now you're caught up in that mess and having to deal with it too? And so that's a big difference maker for a lot of people. So when you can eliminate the overhead, reduce that monthly operating cost, and then also take that liability and risk off your plate, for many, those are the 2 biggest things, but there's 3 more. So the third one is branding. So something very special about operating within the eXp framework is an independent broker can keep their brand name. They can continue to brand themselves and to leverage that strong brand that they've built for them and their company over the course of time. As long as you're following the guidelines, essentially as long as you're compliant with the local realtor association rules and whatnot, and following the eXp guidelines, which they're set up in a way to make it to where we can brand ourselves here. So you get to leverage eXp's platform to grow and scale your business while retaining your brand name and recognition. And so you really get the best of both worlds in terms of that. You know, the last thing eXp is going to make you do is brand the company. You can brand the company as much or as little as you want, as long as you're staying compliant. It's up to you how much or how little you want to leverage the eXp brand name, but you probably won't need to or want to if you already have a strong brand built up. So you get to keep that brand, and you can get to keep building it with eXp and their platform. And now you can do that not just in your local market, but far beyond. And it's going to streamline the whole process, being able to plug into our systems to do that. The fourth reason why independent brokers are making the transition over is something they get to do for their agents, which is provide an innovative, low-cost, high-quality healthcare option. And so a lot of times you don't really have the resources as an independent broker to put something like this in place for your agents, but through eXp, there is a healthcare option for agents and their families that need coverage set up. So they can get quoted, they can save money on that. Oftentimes I hear of agents saving money, substantial amounts, depending on what their situation is. But bottom line is, it gives an option to agents that otherwise probably wouldn't even be on the table. So being able to offer more to the agents is a big piece of why independent brokers are making that move over. And along those same lines, the fifth reason is the stock equity ownership, as well as the revenue sharing opportunities, which is something that's on the table as much so for the broker as it is for each and every single one of their agents. And so without eXp, when you're a real estate broker and you're bringing on agents, they're getting a diluted version of the opportunity that you have. And I say that because as the broker, when you're an independent broker, you're going to be able to get revenue from the production that your agents are doing. They don't have the opportunity to do that though. Typically, even if they referred a friend or helped your firm grow, they don't get the same kind of upside that you get in that. Now, eXp is very different in regards to that, because every single one of your agents will have the same opportunity that you do to benefit in those pieces of the upside within the company, which is great for you, because if they end up building something here, that's going to be a part of your whole business as well. And they're going to be as bought in as you are to helping build and grow it, because it's something that they get to build for themselves and their families. So we get to win together. We get to help each other do it. And that's a big difference maker for independents when they really look at our model, because they realize that in any other situation, they can't offer that to the agents. But here they can, because that's how our business model is set up. And so those are the 5 big reasons, and you'll hear story after story of independent brokers, both large and small, who have made the transition over, and you'll hear a lot of insights about it. But when you hear them share about why, it's typically going to boil down to these 5 reasons I just laid out. And you could break that down into more than 5 if you really go into detail with it, but I'm just condensing it. I'm making it easy to understand. Independent brokers, they get to increase profitability, decrease risk, while keeping their brand and having a frictionless ability to grow and scale their business, both in their local market and far beyond. And that's a game changer for many. And you'll hear, like I said, story after story, anywhere, from very small independent brokers, handful of agents at that, all the way up to the largest independent broker in the United States. In fact, that's someone, incredible couple, Chuck and Angela Fazio, but they built up what became the the largest independent real estate brokerage in the United States. One office firm, the largest one office independent brokerage in the United States, Revelation Real Estate in Arizona. They built that up over the course of 13 years from scratch, from zero all the way up to over 900 agents, doing over $2 billion in production per year. They learned about this opportunity a little over 5 years ago, but it made so much sense to them after they really dove into it and looked at all the details, the numbers and everything. It made so much sense to them that they decided to shut down the #1 single office independent firm in the United States to operate going forward on the eXp Realty platform. So we've seen it of all brokers, all sizes across the map, and you hear it more and more and more today because times are changing in our industry. The tides are turning, and there is a need for many to do something different. If you want to go somewhere different than you've gone before, you're not gonna get there doing what you've done up to this point. And so it's coming a time in the journey for many in our industry where they're really needing to assess whether the way they've done things up to this point is the best way to do things going forward, to be able to provide the most that they can to their agents, especially as conditions change in our industry, but also to have the most in the way of an opportunity and upside. And if this is something, if you're an independent broker out there, here's what I tell you. Do your research, look into this, but let me help you in doing that, because I'm someone who I've grown an international real estate sales organization from scratch over the past few years with this company. At the point of this recording, I've been with this company 6.5 years. That's half the time we've been in business. I've built incredible relationships all the way throughout the company, all the way up to the founder and some of the most incredible leaders in the industry and in the company, and plenty of whom had backgrounds as independent brokers prior to making the transition over. And it's so incredible. It inspires me to see what so many of them have done with this opportunity and what this platform had to offer. But here's the thing, and here's what I want to put out to you. If you watch the video all the way up to this point especially, I want to serve you. I want to help you. I want to bring value to the table wherever I best can, because while I likely don't have the same exact experience in the industry that you do from a standpoint of operating your own brokerage, I know exactly how to take this business model and grow and scale a real estate sales organization throughout the United States and even beyond with it. So if you have an aspiration to grow and build, I know the right people. I know how to navigate this opportunity, and I want to make myself available to help you however I best can help and serve you at this point. So do this, reach out to me, connect via email. You'll find my email. Actually, I'll put my phone number in the description below. If there's anything I can possibly do to help you, any insight I can provide you firsthand about eXp Realty or further exploring what the opportunity might look like to you, I know the right people to get you connected with within the company who can really help you run the numbers and look at your specific situation to see what, if anything, would make the most sense to make the most of this opportunity to bring your vision and goals to life looking forward in the industry here. So if that's something you're curious about, go ahead and connect with me. Anything I can do to help, I want to know about it. And beyond that, if you got any value whatsoever out of this video, if you found it interesting, if nothing else, all I'd ask is that you drop me a comment, and hit that subscribe button so that I can continue to share more tips and resources with you in the time ahead. And all that being said, thank you so much for watching the video. And until next time, I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video.